Hey guys, how you doing? This is False Bulls 123, and I just wanted to start out the episode by showing you around Hollering Place. This is... Oh, give me a second to describe it. Basically, Coos Bay is a coastal town. Everyone knows that. But originally, before it became Coos Bay, it was... I don't know. I'm not really sure, what lived in it would be correct term, but at least occupied by the Native American tribes that lived in the area. Some of these tribes have this specific beach location which they called Hollering Place, because from here they could shout over the, wouldn't really be an ocean because it's surrounded by land, but I guess the bay part of it. It is called Coos Bay, so there we go. So they'd be shouting over the bay between the Hollering Point, this beach, and North Spit, which is this jut of land right next to it. I'm going to be putting a map up on the screen right now, just so that you can get sort of an idea of what that would look like. And basically, it's just this nice beach area. Now, if you want to have a traditional beach experience, I'm going to suggest you go down the way, you head over towards Shore Acres, you go visit the beaches there, because they're absolutely beautiful. But if you're in Coos Bay and you miss looking at water, this is the place to go to. This is, to the best of my knowledge, really the only place that has a beach you can walk to in Coos Bay, but I might be wrong, because, there's a lot of private property on here, so if you know a friend who got some beachside property, there you go. If you're looking for a place to look at the waves at 3 o'clock in the morning, there you go. Also, obviously don't go near the ocean late at night, because that's a good way to drown and shit, but... Pretty much, that's just the long and short of it. It was traditionally, very long ago, communications post is really what you would call it if they were, relaying messages. But now they have a little watchtower. They have some really beautiful decaying piers. There's a lot of, old docks and piers around, the area, so there's a little bit of, ruined porn that gets me hot for poppy. You know what I mean? I am. That's actually what I loved about The Last of Us. All that concept art was just how beautiful all of their, ruins were. So I'm going to flip the camera and just give you sort of a panorama of it. So we have all these beautiful little plants over here. But as you can see, as it goes down, we have these old docks actually. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer so I can show you the details of them. Ooh! I don't know how good that looked on camera, but see here, there's this beautiful little hole in the sort of wall actually. You can just see the ocean on the other side, and it's actually pretty shallow. Coming up, you have some more of the ruins and actually some wildlife around here. So this isn't part of the actual beach, this is just some ruins, I guess. But you can actually... There's a lot of really interesting things. The sand here is actually really soft. It's probably low tide, actually, which would explain why all of the beaches are here, because they're not usually. Then we can see here are a bunch of nails leading down to the other side of one of those beaches. Now I'm going to be very careful over here, just because I don't want to die. But yeah, there's some. And it's just all rocks down here on the bottom, so going to be a careful little parkour step. Oh, falling over a little. And you can see, and back there is some sort of Coos Bay boat building center. I guess they manufacture boats, makes the most sense. Either that or they need to hire a bit of copywriter. Not really sure what all of this rubbish is. Looks to be some sort of concrete pylons of some sort. But then we just have these sort of posts here with the nails in them. Yeah. Now, as you can see, here are the actual boating docks. And those are kind of cool, because I know a few people like to canoe or do other stuff like that. And so they'll come out here. I'm going to get a little bit closer just so we can actually get a close-up on the docks and surrounding area. Waterline is actually super high right now. Usually you can see the bottom of the pier by this point, but right now you can see how high the water's got up on the pier. This dock is actually a lot more stable than the one over at Swak. Similar construction, especially with these metal pylons here. But literally no shaking, no swaying. Very smooth experience. Yeah, we can see here you have this sort of ramp here for the boats, and then just here's the parking lot in the back. Here's just a close-up at the water here, and a few more shots of North Spit way over there. And you can see how close the beach is to the actual dock. Usually we have a good amount of, it's just at least half this distance. But right now it's so close to the rock walls that it's ridiculous. I'm actually going to turn around and just show you how soft the sand is. Because those are some deep footprints actually. I guess the only other thing that's kind of really awesome about it is you're so bittersweet. I can't even see the clouds from the silver linings. And baby, honey, can't you see? There's only frost coming out your tongue because you're so unloved. And I want you to see right over there actually. Sugar with the as you go along it, just as you can see in the background, that goes into private beach territory. And so generally most people don't go past that guest log over there. You can't really see it on the video camera, but you can see it here in person. Here's another shot about how high the water is falling up, because generally it's going to be right around this area. So even further, because you can get a good distance underneath the pier before when low tide is happening. Other than that, I'm just going to kind of walk along the pier here and kind of show you what it's like to walk down the area. I remember one time I actually came here with a friend of mine. It was pretty late actually, and we just sort of sat here and chatted, and I don't know, kind of just like that kind of coming of age moment where you're just like, life sucks, but iconic scenery, I guess. The waves here are absolutely beautiful right now. They're really, really short, but a lot of ripples, probably due to the wind here. Now, I like this, honestly, when I'm here before, I usually get a little bit of anxiety about the height, but given how close the water is to the bottom, it's actually not really bothering me anymore. So, yeah, it's this beautiful little area, and there's not much to it here. Just a little bit of wind, just a little bit of graffiti on, see, oh yeah, here we go. A little bit of graffiti on, like, you know, the thing. Right there is actually a depth meter, so that's usually a lot further down. And we can see the titular watchtower that's close when you can actually see around here. There's really not too much to show you. Oh, that's what fucks me up is all this seaweed. You slip a little and your brain's like, oh no, you're dying. And there's not really much to do here, but I think it's a nice sight, you know? And I kind of miss it. You don't get so many, like, you know, natural beauty shots in Medford, so before I left, I kind of just want to give you a short little video, kind of be like, one last come walk with me. That's kind of like, you know, just the ending of my come walk with me here. I wanted to do like one last video before I, you know, left. And so in Medford, I'm not really sure what the style is going to be like. I might still be doing come walk with me's, but I also might not, just because it's a bigger town and it's gonna be like a longer trip. That being said, once I do get it, like, you know, on my feet, I get another car, I'm definitely going to try to like give you a few cool places of what you can find in Oregon. One thing definitely coming up, or at least hopefully, is maybe this summer, or at least summer 2020, I might have to hike the Table Rock and just show you kind of the experience. So, I don't know if you know, but Table Rocks are these two giant mesas that are in the Rogue Valley area. They're kind of one of our most iconic natural landmarks. And so they are absolutely breathtaking, actually. Anyway, guys, thanks for, just watching this short little vid, and I wanted to do something I don't know, I wanted to keep my promise. I wanted to make a few good walk with me's before I left, and so I'm just glad I could have taken the time to actually just show you one last thing before I'm hopping on the bus. Updates on my channel: on the 29th, I'm going to be heading down to Medford, so I won't be posting on the 29th probably, but I definitely am going to be filming that day. And I don't know, how good the video is going to be. I really never know what my quality is going to be like. I try my best, I do scripting, I do editing, I try to add effects, but, this YouTube game, it's some hard work, it's some hard shit. It's like drawing. You can draw 1,000 dogs, and the first 900 are going to look pretty crappy. So, hey guys, just don't mind me if my dogs are really fucked up anatomy, or if they're not cute enough. Because eventually I'll be drawing those adorable ass corgis, and we'll all be happy. Yeah. Any other updates is that when I get back to Medford in December, I'm going to be actually purchasing for more, because I have a little bit of money saved up. And so hopefully the quality is going to be a lot nicer, or at least it's going to be a bit more edited. Right now I'm doing it with Filmora Go, the mobile app, and that's free. But there are definitely some limitations to the software, and hopefully once I actually get the bona fide one, I can start doing a few more types of vids, adding a bit more effects, because I can actually do screen capturing with the software. So, I'm thinking maybe let's do some Let's Plays. Let's just dive into some of my weird internet shit. Anyway, great guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for taking my walk with me of the Hollering Point. And I'm going to be heading back. So, peace.